It's a brand new day.
To Elamine to win it. Yes! Elamine with the win.
One class worth of championship contenders still to determine here as we work our way through the final of the four-class semifinals here at the Minnesota Boys State Basketball Tournament. Litchfield taking on Perham. Perham, the only defending champion from last year, still standing. In this year's tournament, they will open up our AA semifinals here in the first game of two tonight here on Channel 45. Hey, everybody, Chris Long. Thanks for tuning in along with Leah B. Olson and Trent Tucker. Leah, what can you tell us about the defending champs from Perham?
Well, Perham is a team that they want to stay patient on offense. It's all about coming out. They have the senior leadership. They've done it. They've been here before, but they want to stay patient.
Litchfield won state titles in 2000, 02, and 03 with Trent. They haven't been back since. What can you tell us about them?
It's a veteran basketball team. They don't make mistakes. They take care of the basketball very well. They like to push the ball in transition. So look for them to make this game a track meet tonight.
Perham captivated the state last year in their run to the championship game. Zach Gabbard, their player, suffered cardiac arrest during a game and then came back to lead the team, help lead the team. We'll talk to that in a second. We'll show you how they got here. This year, they beat Worthington in the first round. And you see Litchfield got here by beating Watertown Mayor. Now I mentioned Zach Gabbard.
The pregame show is brought to you by Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com today to find your nearest dealer and check out special offers.
Calling our games tonight and all tournament long, Dave Lee and Richard Coffey.
Should be a great game here tonight and a couple of great squads. And Richard, it's fun to see Litchfield back and Perham back, two teams we've seen before.
Well, two teams that are very familiar with tonight's event, and it should be an awesome game.
Well, let's take a look at who we should watch in this game.
Well, for Litchfield, you have Zach Wickchurch. He would need to have a big game tonight to help his team advance. And for Perham, you have Jordan Bruin. The senior is having an outstanding tournament. He must continue his aggressive play into tonight's game.
Our key matchups brought to you by AAA Minneapolis. Great savings, peace of mind, all from your AAA.
Hey, members. They haven't been here in a while. Leah, Perham, last thoughts before we get going here on what they need to do to take that step toward defending their title.
Communicate on defense. Defense is really going to be key for them. They like to play in the half court. You're not going to see them try to push the ball too much.
Trent, Litchfield.
And when a John Carlson team gets to this point, you know they would be well prepared.
Now, if you're wondering, Coach John Carlson, there's a famous football player from Litchfield named John Carlson. Are they related, Trent? You tell us yes.
I think they are. I think it's a father and son combination.
And if you're a Vikings fan, you know that name definitely because the Vikings just signed John Carlson to play for the Vikings. His father, as Trent mentioned, head coach here of the Dragons, as they try to knock off Perham. Perham comes into this one 28-2. Litchfield 25-5. Looking for a spot in tomorrow's state championship game. We'll play the Class AA title game tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We are all set for the introductions. Let's go to Jim Burns, the public address announcer.
Fans, good evening and welcome once again to the Target Center. The City of Minneapolis and the Minnesota State High School League welcome you to this 100th Boys State Basketball Championship Tournament. Tonight's semifinal matchup comes your way in Class 2A and features the champions of Section 8 with a record of 28-2. Please welcome the Perham Yellow Jackets. And the champions of Section 6 with a record of 25-4. Please welcome the Litchfield Dragons. And now, fans, please let me have your attention as we introduce the teams and starters for the state tournament semifinal matchup. First, let's meet the reserves from Perham. Sophomore guard, number 1, Eli Beachy. Let's meet the reserves from Litchfield. Senior guard, number 4, Trevor Parr. Senior guard, number 11, Tyler Larson. Junior forward, number 12, Cameron Sundbar. Senior forward, number 21, Quinn Anderson. Junior forward, number 23, Joel Madsen. Junior guard, number 30, Jordan Redepenning. Senior forward, number 32, Jesse Rue. Junior forward, number 33, Cal Dollarshell. Junior forward, number 34, Riley Pater. Junior center, number 35, Philip Hansen. Senior guard, number 40, David Brown. Senior forward, number 42, Anderson Ayer. And senior center, number 44, Cody Wilson. The Litchfield Reserves. And now, fans, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. Alternating by team. For the Yellow Jackets, at a guard, a 6'2" senior, number 2, Jordan Brew. For the Dragons, at a guard, a 6'2" junior, number 3, Zach Winchurch. For the Yellow Jackets, starting at forward, a 5'11" senior, number 21, Mike Wiskow. For the Dragons, starting at forward, a 6'2" junior, number 20, Zach Kenny. For the Yellow Jackets, starting at center, a 6'7" senior, 00, Mark Schumacher. For the Dragons, starting at a forward, a 6'3" senior, number 41, Mitch Waleed. For the Yellow Jackets, starting at a guard, a 5'10" senior, number 5, Jordan Crescent. For the Dragons, at a guard, a 6-foot junior, number 5, Dylan Cole. And for the Yellow Jackets, at a guard, a 5'8" senior, number 22, Jordan Anderson. And for the Dragons, at a guard, a 6'1" senior, number 10, John Turning. For Perham, the assistant coaches are Brent Hansen, Brian Swartz, and Tim Schmitz. The head coach of the Yellow Jackets is Dave Crescent. For Litchfield, the assistant coaches are Justin Wittrock and Matt Drager. The head coach of the Dragons is John Carlson. Fans or officials for tonight's game are Darren Markison, Tristan Severson, and our referee is Darren Hagland. And now, fans.
And let's take a look at the game plan being brought to you by Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far.
Well, for Perham, they need to control the paint and play really good team defense. And for Litchfield, control the pace of the game and rebound, rebound, rebound.
State tournament semifinal action here on Channel 45. The Yellow Jackets, the defending state champs in AA, taking on Litchfield. They know what it's like. 2000, 2002, 2003. 25-5 overall. Perham 28-2 on the season. And we are ready to play. And the Yellow Jackets will start with the basketball. And Jordan Bruin has it. Kind of assessing, figuring. I'm sure they've scouted each other and looked at film, trying to figure all it out. But once you get in the court, a little bit of a different story. And they'll move it around in a hurry. Schumacher wears that 0-0. Jordan Bruin is number 2. That is Mike Wiskow carrying it over there. Back up on top. That is Schumacher. And coming around for the guard spot is Anderson. He nails that first shot. Dave Lee here. Richard Coffey alongside of me. And Torrey Holt will join us in just a minute. Courtside from the Target Center. The Dragons wearing the green tonight. Both teams getting a little assessment of the defense by passing it around, seeing how they shift. Dylan Cole gives it back out to Zach Kinney. He's guarded by Bruin. Open on the baseline. Stolen. Perham. Wiskow. Quickly down in a hurry was Anderson. Realized it wasn't a good opportunity, so he brings it back to the top. Schumacher, 6'7", gives it to Bruin, their leading scorer, in and out.
Well, both of these teams are very patient on offense.
Dragons. Dylan Cole. Let's go to the other side this time to Whitchurch. Zach will toss it back out to Turning. That's John, and then over to Dylan Cole. 1-4 set from that free throw line in the hands of Mitch Woleen. And then from the other side, a nice looking jumper from John Turning.
Very nice patience by the Dragons. Everybody touched that ball before that shot went up.
Jordan Bruin. Cressup. Schumacher back to Bruin. Guarded by Turning. Everybody's touching the ball except the front row here at the Target Center. The way these guys are passing, they'll get a chance pretty soon. A little give and go on the baseline.
Very patient on offense. Great job by Jordan to do a back cut for a layup.
Cole to Turning. Underneath, Woleen. Rejection. Cressup. And here comes Jordan. Right side. Bruin, the 6'2" senior, averages almost 13 a game. Wide open look there. Short. Not unusual in the first few minutes of the game here at Target Center, especially when playing at Williams Arena. And Richard, you're the expert on that, having played in both arenas.
Well, we talked about before, the backdrop here at the Target Center. It's just wide open, so your depth perception can be a little off in the beginning of the game.
Jordan Bruin, his team leads by 4-2, and trying to go to Schumacher. Timeout on the court. 4-2. The Yellow Jackets with the early lead here on 45.
Some surgeries require a hospital stay. Some you can just go home. And now there's a happy medium. The innovative Tria Hilton Recovery Program. Close by for next day follow-ups, nurse on duty, room service. Just relax and recover.
Coming up, man races zebra.
10-1 on the zebra.
Guess who didn't win the internet race?
Perham ahead of Litchfield 4-2 early on here at the Target Center. Well, in Perham, so much attention has surrounded, obviously, Zach Gabbard and what happened to him last year when he survived the heart attack and came back this year in January to lace him back up again and get on the court. But a side note that's interesting, Zach's assistant coach, Brent Hansen, suffered the same situation as a youngster. Hansen, who wears a pacemaker as well, survived a heart attack during a basketball game. He recovered and has since run a marathon. Athletic director Fred Saylor told me, for Zach, seeing someone so close go through the same situation and come back so strong has been a huge inspiration.
Yeah, what a story that was last year, Torrey. Just amazing. And then, of course, we have Jarvis Johnson from De La Salle, who went through something similar last year as an 8th grader and is out here playing in the state championship tomorrow for De La Salle. And both nice endings.
Yes. Well, both teams right now still trying to figure each other out, trying to figure the defense out and what's going to be available to them tonight.
Litchfield trying to take the lead, and they do on that Zach Whitchurch shot, making it 6-4. Boy, Perham went down in a hurry. Schumacher went down kind of weird there, but he's okay. And Litchfield back down in a hurry. Going to work it around the perimeter a little bit. Everybody touching the ball. That is Turning. He's hit a couple. Bruin almost got the steal, but as a result, Litchfield saw an opening and went for the shot. Rebound, Mike Wiskow. Cressup. Yes.
Perham is starting to pick up the pace just a little now, trying to get some fast break baskets.
Tied up. Dylan Cole calls out the play. Now everybody goes down low. The last time you saw him, they're set up on that free throw line. Quick passes. Baseline jumper. Good look. Doesn't go.
The Dragons do an awesome job at making sure just about everybody touched the ball on each offensive possession.
Ball stripped out of Bruin's hands on the drive. Closed captioning is brought to you by Education Minnesota, the state's educators union, providing students with the skills they need to compete in the 21st century.
I think Perham wants to play a little quicker than Litchfield. Litchfield making sure everybody touched the ball on offense. Perham is trying to get some fast break, easy baskets.
Yellow Jackets #1 seed. Litchfield Dragons #4. They seeded all the way through this year, at least the top 4 teams in every bracket. Jordan Anderson off to Mark Schumacher, just running that rotation on the top. Bruin 21 points in the game against Worthington. And that's a three-pointer for Jacob Anderson.
Well, Anderson can hit that shot. And if you leave him open, he would definitely take it.
Whitchurch looking low. Into the ball game is Riley Hatter. Riley is 6'3". Dragons underneath. There's Riley right there. And a quick down court fast break to Schumacher. And he's fallen from behind. Patter picks up the fall. Schumacher with a shot at 3.
Well, Perham, they like to be in their half-court set and take their time and make sure they're getting a good shot. But they will run if you give them the opportunity to.
Schumacher is 6'7". He is the tallest player on the court here tonight. Litchfield started 6'1", 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". The 56% free throw shooter is 100% to start the game. 12-8, Perham. There's Dave Cressup, Valley City State graduate. Whitchurch cutting in is Turning. Both teams really pass quickly. Turning, no shot for him. That's Tyler Larson, number 11, that has entered the game. Whitchurch, there's Larson alone. He might have traveled or stepped out of bounds. I think he stepped on the out-of-bounds line again, Richard. We've seen that a few times.
I was going to say that happened a few times every game. It seemed like the players get a little confused with the line of the court.
Yeah, 2 seconds left in the game, and Hopkins did it.
Crucial turnover last night.
Perham with the lead by 4 and the ball. And the turnover.
Perham's been a little more aggressive offensively right now, more so than Litchfield. Litchfield want to come down, pass that ball around, make sure everybody touch it. They're not going to be forced into a quick shot. They want to get exactly what they're looking for before they shoot the ball.
No pressure by either squad right now, as Kinney will inbound the ball, and he'll give it to Tyler Larson, and the 5'10" senior will bring it down again out of that 1-4 set on the free throw line there. Little backdoor action, nothing open, so they back it up. Kinney. Larson. This is Kinney. Gonna travel. Boy, 2 turnovers over there for Tyler. Timeout on the court. 12-8 Perham with the early lead. State semifinals on 45.
More of.
Well, look at those guys.
Again, no bananas in the house. That might be the problem, Dave.
You know, again, second session in a row, no banana. This is a rarity.
We do have a dragon and a yellow jacket, though.
Schumacher.
But Schumacher just used his size and his length to score that basket down low. He's the tallest person on the court, and that'll be there for him all night long.
Richard, that's a 10-2 run right now for the Yellow Jackets. Mitch will lean back in. Turning. Quick passes. Nobody dribbling. There's the shot they won a little while ago. It's just a little bit too hard. Bruin will bring it down himself. Not only 21 points yesterday, he had 7 assists to go along with that in the quarterfinals.
And a miscommunication there by the Yellow Jackets.
Second state tournament for Perham. They won it all last year on their first trip. That's the way to do it, I guess. Get it right out of your system and don't have to worry about any pressure for a while. Dragons with the basketball. And that is Whitchurch. That long three is going to be good.
If you give him that shot, he will take it every time.
14-11.
He is the Dragons' leading scorer.
Jordan Bruin setting up that offense for Perham against that zone defense of Litchfield. Really hard to isolate, I suppose, in anybody on either team, Richard. They both seem to spread it out pretty well.
They do spread it out pretty well, and they're so patient on offense here.
Bruin, Schumacher.
Very nice find. Very nice find by Bruin. Schumacher, again, that long, lengthy body. He'll have that post-up move every night. I mean, all night long.
Whitchurch guarded by Anderson. We'll try the right side. Trying to get Bruin in the air. A series of good body movement there by Zach Kinney.
Well, that was a nice up and under move by Zach.
Bruin, 6'2" guard, floor general for this squad. Jordan Cressup can give you that same thing offensively. Schumacher, you see him go high and low. He's kind of all over the place.
Well, both of these teams move so well without the ball.
Good perception by Anderson to recognize the seam. 18-13 Perham. Litchfield state champs 2000, 2002, 2003. Bruin high in the air. Lead pass intended down into the bucket, but good anticipation by Turning. He controls the basketball. Now to Cole. Cole looking down low, wants to get it in there to Wolin. He backs it up. Kisses the backboard.
Very nice shot by Cole. Good defense.
3-point game.
Oh, nice pass.
Mitch Wolin running down, and now a whistle and a foul. And who's this on? I think it's on Bruin.
But Kenning did an awesome job at finding and cutting teammate to the basket for an easy layup on that last play. What an awesome find.
The Dragon likes it.
This is just an awesome find by Kenny, finding his streaking teammate going to the basket. Easy layup. Great job by the Dragons.
Bruin called for that foul on the last play, drawing quite a reaction from the Perham fans and their head coach, Dave Cressup. Litchfield will back it up, 18-17. Perham maintaining the lead. Litchfield threatening to take it. Foul underneath Jordan Anderson.
Well, Litchfield is doing a really good job right now attacking the basket, if not with the dribble penetration, with the pass.
That is his first second-team foul.
At the free throw line is Zach Whitchurch. He is a 64% free throw shooter. He averages 12 a game. He has 5 in this one, and that's where it remains after that miss. Litchfield's first tournament appearance in 10 years. Misses them both. Perham by a point. Under 7.5 to start this first half. Boy, it's moving right along. Bruin will slowly go to the right-hand side and engineer everything from there. Move it around. Josh Nordick has entered the game. He wears number 24 for Perham. Little baseline give and go, and then they have nothing there, so they just get to back out of trouble. Nordick. Defensive play by Riley Patter.
Perham needs to do a better job of taking care of the basketball right now.
And there's a nice play by Nordick. Perham players running into each other. I'm not quite sure how Anderson maintained control of that ball, but he did a nice job.
Well, he almost got knocked over by his teammate.
Bodies fall down. Just a little love tap. The shot is off the mark by Schumacher. And Litchfield gets a chance to set it up again here now as we come close to the 6-minute mark. Patter feeds it over. Turney. Kinney likes that shot. Won't go. Look at the follow by Patter, but he can't get it to drop. And a rebound by Mark Schumacher. Jordan Bruin, the senior, walks that ball up the court. Everybody down low. He'll take it halfway down the lane. The runner won't go. They got a man wide open down low, and it's going to be hard to get the pass to him. But he got it up and in, and then it rolled around the rim and came out. And then afterwards, a whistle sounds and somebody fouled.
Well, that was nice body control by Whitchurch, where he just couldn't get enough balance to score that layup.
Timeout, ball on Litchfield. Good start to the semis and AA at 45. To Prep 45 to order this or any of your favorite games. Make the memories of your favorite athlete last a lifetime with your own DVD copy of the Minnesota State High School tournaments presented by Channel 45 and Grand Stadium. Your school plays here on 45. Good game. 18-17 lead Perham.
Well, both of these teams are pretty patient on offense. They're not going to be rushed into taking a bad shot, although Perham will run if you give them the opportunity to.
Jordan Bruin yet to score in this game. Averages a 12.5 per contest this year. Josh Nordick. Wiskow back to Bruin. Schumacher. The big guy plays a lot way out on top. He's 6'7".
Well, Perham, they move all around. They do this little weave and cut to the basket as their primary offense, looking for an open guy.
Nobody on the board except Zach Kinney, the 6'2" junior for Litchfield, going to push it down court. Whitchurch right back to Kinney. Turning. And that three on the way just barely missed it. Schumacher with the board. Bruin, that pass very dangerous, and Turning right there to knock it out of bounds. Get the news and the weather first every night here on 45. Local news at 9 o'clock here on Channel 45. Your school plays here.
Now, Perham has tried that long court, that full court pass 2 or 3 times, and each time it's either ended up in a turnover or almost a turnover. They need to make sure they do a better job at taking care of the ball.
Cressup guarded tightly by Tyler Larson.
Here's that weave again.
Bruin attacks the basket, his first basket.
Nice body control by Bruin.
Litchfield doesn't waste time getting that ball down court. On the low post. Hard to stop that from Zach Kinney. Jordan Cressup. Schumacher. He's got that shot if he wanted it. Mike Wiskow had that short shot. They let him have it, but he passes off. Turnover. Perham. 1-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Kevin Lynch, our buddy. Richard, you play with him, longtime friend of both of ours, and boy, did they have some great teams at Jefferson through the years. He's just talking about how special it is for every kid that gets in the state tournament.
Yeah, he was a teammate of mine at the University of Minnesota, and we had some fun times.
And some good teams. Litchfield, there's a nice looking easy shot right there in the hands of Zach Whitchurch. Zach's got 7 points early on here.
Well, he's off to a good start. He's looking to be super aggressive each time he gets the ball.
Litchfield with the lead now by a point. Both teams very similar. Great crowd here tonight. Shot quite a bit short there that time for Jordan Anderson. Jordan's got 7 in the game. His last 2 shots have fallen just a little shy of the mark that he wants.
For both of these teams, as you mentioned, Dave, they're very patient. They're going to make sure they get the shot they're looking for, and they're not going to be rushed.
Everything happening up high right now. Kinney against Bruin. Stolen by Wiskow off to Bruin, and that pass intended for Anderson a little too high. Turnover, and the Dragons have it. Another layup. Give credit, though, there defensively to Wiskow. He got up there in time to alter that shot.
Perham needs to take their time right now. They had a lot of turnovers here in the last 3 or 4 possessions. They just need to slow down, take their time, and make sure they get a good shot going to the basket. Back in that weave.
Nice back cut. After the block, a foul is called.
Well, that was a nice back cut by Bruin. Perham runs that weave, and usually it brings that baseline player usually comes to the outside and get the ball out top. But every once in a while, they'll do a back cut, which Bruin just did. Went to the basket off a back cut and got fouled.
John Carlson, 24 years. Well, there's unusual from Bruin.
He barely hit the iron.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. He's probably more surprised than the two of us. 21-20 Litchfield. Jordan Bruin trying to tie this game up in the state semifinal. The winner plays at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for all the marbles. That's short again, too, for Bruin.
You probably wish he could have those 2 back.
Low post. Neither team exceptionally big either. Got Schumacher 6'7", but it drops off after that. I mean, they got good size for their guards, but nothing exceptional. Joel Madsen is in the game for Litchfield. He's 23 over on the Wells Fargo sign there. And now fall away from the basket underneath against Perham.
But even though Litchfield is not a very big team, they're doing a good job of putting a lot of pressure on the interior defense of Perham. They're working that ball around the perimeter, looking to get the ball on the inside.
Pretty well played in this game so far. One of the better first halves we've seen as far as clean and not too many whistles at all. And Litchfield with the basketball. Both teams pass a lot, not a ton of dribbling. Another block. Good defensive pressure. Ball gets down low. All these teams attack. Letting them play. Press up. Jordan with the basketball. Dribbles it off his foot. Schumacher retrieves with that 6'7" frame rule. Stop the dribble, though.
Yes, he did.
Wiskow, he's got it if he wants it, and it's not going to work.
Well, he wasn't very confident in that shot right from the beginning, but he was so wide open, he figured, I got to shoot this one.
Minute 3 to go, 21-20. Litchfield with a chance to build up their biggest lead of the game. That's how great this game has been.
But the first half has really passed by quickly.
Did a little different in the first game last night. 3 overtimes. And if I recall right, Richard, I think we either had a single or double overtime in Perham's semifinal last year.
Yes, we did. Yes.
Who knows? Deja vu? We'll see. A long time before that happens. Zach Kinney now down to 38 seconds. Whitchurch to Woolley.
The Litchfield team is so disciplined. They're not going to be driven to take a bad shot. They're going to be poised and take their time and work that ball around.
Makes you wonder if a shot clock is on the horizon at all in high school basketball.
I agree. I agree.
21-20, Litchfield with the lead. And I don't know if it's something you'd try in 4A one year and see how that works for them, or if you try it one class, or if you just do it at a state tournament. I'm not sure you could do it just at a state tournament.
It would be. It'll be pretty interesting to see how it turns out. I mean, some of these games are really slow, and it'd be nice to have a shot clock to see if you can speed the tempo up just a little.
After this game, we have Plainview, Elgin, Millville. The Bulldogs coming in to take on the Bombers. Seen them a few times. Bombers won this in 04, 05, and 06, as I'm sure you recall. And Plainview, Elgin, Millville will come into that next game having won 11 consecutive games. Another really well-coached squad.
And especially when teams get to this level here at the state tournament, Most of the fans coming down here would probably like to see a little faster play sometime and see some up and down basketball, and a shot clock would definitely help that.
Whitchurch to Turning. They'll just back it up now. Cole. Turning averages almost 11 a game. With 3 seconds, charging.
Well, Schumacher did a great job at positioning his body to take a charge. He saw that drive coming the entire way, and he just stepped into the defense, and great position by Schumacher to take that charge.
6'7" falling to the court there. 2.4. They better pick the ball up. Here comes the defense. Bruin, will he get it off? He does. On the way and shy of the mark. So at halftime, we got a good one. Litchfield leading 21-20 at halftime from the Target Center, and we'll head on down to Torrey here at halftime on the court. See if we can grab one of the coaches. Perham and Litchfield, very similar type of squads, and Torrey's down along the sideline, and that's where head coach John Carlson is. Torrey?
Yeah, with Coach John Carlson. Coach, what's the toughest thing when you come into a game against a defending champion, a good team like Perham?
Well, you know, I really didn't think about that when the game started. They're just a real solid team offensively. They do a great job. They really move you around, and a lot of screens, a lot of handoffs, stuff like that. And you know, we just got to play our game. And I thought defensively we played pretty well the first half. Offensively, we got to be a little more patient and spread them out and try and get a few more screens and better cuts, and we'll be all right.
What will you talk to the kids about in the locker room having the lead here going into the second half?
We'll discuss making free throws and making layups. You know, that's the stuff we got to do. We got to finish inside a little bit better, and defensively we got to stay solid on defense.
All right, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, that's head coach John Carlson right now with a 21-20 lead here at halftime on the defending champ.
24 years.
Stay impressive.
24 years at the helm for John Carlson. Perham and Litchfield, we got a dandy to start the semifinal setup here for this evening on 45. Much more to come with Chris and Leah and Trent next at halftime.
Charge. He's been playing strong, and they'll need points from him in the second half.
The statistics across the board almost dead even. Today's stats brought to you by Century College. Invest wisely. Invest in yourself. Century College. Trent, they couldn't be much more even. Score pretty much everything.
Well, the reason Litchfield has a 1-point lead is because they have 11 points off of turnovers, and that's a real key in a close basketball game.
All right, now we're going to go to the Trio Orthopedics. Point game at halftime should be a good one. Dave Lee, take us home.
Chris, last year in the semifinals, Jordan Bruin had 4 points for the game. Jordan Cressup had 5, and they seem to be a little bit on a repeat pattern here, but that means they got a lot of help from everybody else, and certainly going to need that. Both squads will, as we continue with semifinal action here in the second half today. From the Target Center, beautiful weather outside again today. I went for a little stroll outside between games, Richard, and thought, boy, if there's a way we could get a couple of screwdrivers and wrenches and take the bolts off and open up this roof, this would be a day to do it.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Turnover. Litchfield. 4th state tournament for head coach John Carlson. Bruin. Deep traffic down there.
Well, Bruin's trying to get a little more active on the offensive end. Made a nice move, but the ball just didn't go in.
Cole. Dylan looking for somebody to hand it off to. That's Zach Whitchurch right there. Defense comes out tight. Kinney looking down low. Couple of passes along the baseline, and boy, it just won't drop.
Well, Schumacher's just so long under the basket. He can either block a shot, or in that case, he just changed the shot and made the offensive player miss.
Anderson. Wing. Bruin. Both teams pass a lot. This is how they started the first half. Bruin, good follow on the miss.
And you can see Bruin's coming out early trying to force the issue offensively.
Perham back up by a point. Litchfield. And the ball deflected off of the chest of John Turning.
No matter what the situation is, Litchfield is going to stay with their game plan, and they're going to pass the ball around the horn until they find the shot that they're looking for.
Well, they got plenty of golf courses up in that Perham area. They got that Lakeside Golf Club. They got the Wildflower Golf Course. They got the now Thumper Pond. That's a new resort course up there.
I actually have a good friend of mine that lives up on the lives up close to that Thumper Pond golf course. His name is Harry, and I go up there and beat him every year.
Oh, stay humble.
Every year I take him down, Dave.
At Thumper Pond, huh?
At the Thumper Pond.
Yeah, they got a lot of lakes up there, a lot of golf. Right now, Litchfield will bring the ball down. Trailing by a point. There's another potential turnover, but good hands by Cole to hang on to it for the Dragons. Good crowd here tonight. Great support from these two communities. Litchfield and Perham, boy, did they turn out and support their teams. A lonely night on a Friday night back in Litchfield or Perham, I'll tell you that.
Yes, it is.
High-low pass, foul. Kenny got his man in the air. That's all he needed to earn a trip to the free throw line.
Well, that was good recognition by Kenny. He felt the defense behind him, and he just did a little pause move to let the defense jump, and he drew the foul. Very nice recognition by Kenny.
Second foul on Jordan Bruin. And for Kenny, point number 5. There weren't many free throws. Trent pointed out it's just a nice flow to the game when you don't have a lot of whistles. 1 for 5 total between the two teams in the first half from the line.
Well, that first half went by really quickly, and the game had a nice flow to it.
Litchfield now takes the lead at 23-22. Yellow Jackets, that's Schumacher, 6'7". Rare three-point shot is up in this ball game, and it's Jordan Cressa. That's only their second 3 of the game, and only 1 so far for Litchfield.
When the ball moved around pretty quickly around the perimeter, and Cressa was all alone on this shot, there wasn't a defense player near. When you get that wide open, you have to shoot it.
Great delivery, too, on his shot. Litchfield down now by 2. Back and forth in this ball game. Low post.
You almost think that Perham would try to speed the game up because the pace of this game seems like it favors the Dragons. They're so used to playing, making sure everybody touched the ball and working the ball around the horn.
Foul on Cressa, and that's a problem because, or Bruin rather, because that's his 3rd. Timeout on the court, 14:49 to go in the game. 2-point lead for the Yellow Jackets.
Concussion.
Oops.
Just a quick right jab to the head. What's wrong with that in basketball?
What'd I do? He's going to stay in the game, though. He's got 3 fouls. Bruin does.
He has to be careful he doesn't pick up a 4th because he's really important to the success of this team.
Yeah, he's a leader out there. Dylan Cole, they're not going to take anything silly. Turning. Cole, a shot going to circle the rim. Well, that's a good shot for Kinney, rather, but did everything except go down. So Jordan Bruin, the 6'2" senior, will bring the ball down. Wants to work this time from the left side. Schumacher, give and go underneath. Good runner by Wiskow.
And that's the pace of the game Perham wants to play. They want to speed it up just a little bit. You know, right now the Dragons are controlling the pace of this game by slowing it down. I just think Perham wants to play a little quicker.
4-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. There's a 3-pointer on the way, and that is good by Dylan Cole. And for Dylan, his first bucket of the night. Back to a 1-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. A lot of movement right now. Bruin got that shot right there. Wiskow will not take it. Jordan Anderson to Mark Schumacher.
That's good defense by the Dragons.
Litchfield a chance to take the lead right here. Back and forth for most of this game. Turning. Kinney. That's a good looking drive. And again, close.
That was probably the quickest offensive possession that the Dragons have had the entire game.
Sure is. Cressup.
And you can tell Perham is trying to speed the game up. You know, 1 or 2 passes, they're looking to score. So I think they're trying to change the pace of the game that would serve them a little better.
Jordan Cressup had 13 in the game yesterday against, or the other day against Worthington.
Now the last 2 times down court, Litchfield has taken a quick shot, and they haven't scored on either attempt. They might want to come back down. If they can control this game, they need to slow it back down to their pace, because quick shots favor Perham.
Bruin will fall on the way in. Jordan Bruin working with 3 fouls, 4 points in the game.
Perham is just a little more aggressive right here. I mean, 1 pass, nice dribble drive, pull up, short jumper for 2 points.
Bruin, no shot. He was not in the act of shooting, and there's going to be a foul on Riley Patter. Riley gave him a pretty good shove inside, and Schumacher might have given a little embellishment, but draws a foul. See it right here. Schumacher, 6'7", tallest guy in the court, but plays a lot out in the top, like right now.
Well, they're leaving him open for that shot right there. I was wondering if he was going to ever take it. He took one earlier in the game and missed it, and they just backing off that jump shot. He has to take that to make the defense stay true and come out on him.
Now foul underneath, and this one again, I think, is against Riley.
An offensive foul on the Dragons.
It is. And that's number 4 on Riley, the 6'3" junior.
Well, he's their biggest and tallest player. That's going to hurt them a little.
Mitch Woline comes back in. Mitch started the game. He's 6'3". He's a senior. Gives you 11 points a game. Tonight he has 4 in this one.
Let's see if the Yellow Jackets attack the inside right now with the big guy out.
Wiscott might have walked.
Yeah, that's trouble. Right idea, trying to attack the inside, but just traveled on the play.
Darren Hauglin, one of the officials here from Inver Grove Heights. Darren Markison from North Branch, and Tristan Severson from Elgin. Doing the officiating here in this semifinal game. Perham leading by 3. Litchfield looking to get within 1 or maybe even tie on a tray. That's a good look for him, too. Bruin, he either sets up on the far right or the far left.
They never bring it down the middle.
Mark Schumacher go over to Jordan Cressup, gets his man in the air, but good defense, boy. Keeping his position was Cole. Not sure how he did that. He started to go up in the air, but managed to stay there. Schumacher looking low. There's the 3-pointer. That will not go for Anderson. Litchfield trailing by 3. At halftime it was 21-20. So again, both very methodical, very patient, and frankly missing a lot of shots right now. And that one's going to be off. Good height for Bruin on that board.
Nice rebound by Bruin.
Jordan, one quick step, goes to the basket. Forced that one, but his teammate pulls down the basketball.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact there, but no foul call.
Jordan Cressup.
But you can just see Perham. They actually looking to get to the hole with any opportunity they can.
No fun to get a pass at your foot.
Not when you're 6'7".
Put a little stick him on the tennis shoe. It's about the only way to handle that thing. On the drive, a push. And it's on. The Yellow Jackets, we're under 10 minutes now. 3-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. John Carlson can talk to his kids.
This game summary kind of lets you know what type of pace it's been for the game halfway through the second half, and we still don't have anyone in double figures for either team. So it's been a slow-paced game, very methodical, as you mentioned earlier, Dave. And these teams are not going to be rushed. And when they're on offense, they're going to take their time and look for the shot that they want to get.
And you know what's interesting is Litchfield hit 14 3-pointers when they beat Long Prairie Gray Eagle for the title up in Section 6 here on the campus of St. Cloud State. So they can't fire it. Not tonight. Dragons off of a pick and roll. Nothing there. For the goal low post. Schumacher, good defense. Ball loose momentarily. 9.5 to go in the game. Earlier in the first half, we saw Litchfield hang on to it over a minute. Very patient to get Cole underneath the basket.
Well, that was a good backdoor cut by Cole. And Schumacher was a little out of defensive position on that play and just couldn't recover.
Yellow Jackets, the #1 seed this year, defending their state title. Schumacher, the three. Off the mark again. Rebound hauled down by Litchfield and a chance to take the lead.
Well, he's taken that shot now a couple times. He hasn't hit it yet, but they've given him that shot. I would keep taking it if I was him.
Turning. Kinney. Ooh, he lined it up.
Too early in the offense, Dave.
There's that three-pointer. Bruin snags it. He'll go to the left side this time. Jordan going to take his time coming down court. And there's going to be no pressure. These teams are not forcing anything on the other side of the court defensively. Bruin makes a quick move to the basket. Gets around everybody and has his 8th point.
Well, that was nice recognition by Bruin. The defense was playing soft. He dribbled down all the way down court to the left, and he saw a lane going to the right. He just took it all the way in. Very nice recognition.
21 points and 7 assists in the quarterfinals against Worthington.
Wow. His free throws have really been off tonight.
31-28. Litchfield with the ball. Dylan Cole. Just going to work it around. Moline touches it. Then you get over to John Turning, and now you have a whistle down low on Wiskow. Mike, the 5'11 senior, and only 5'11, but he does a lot of post work.
Yes, he plays the post.
Back in the ball game is Tyler Larson, the 5'10 senior. Now, last in the first half, they lined him up 2 or 3 times over in the corner to try to get shots off, and he's unable to get the shots he wanted, but they must have confidence in his outside shot. A couple of picks. In fact, they cleaned him out there, and now he quickly delivers it down to the corner. Kinney cross court. This three on the way, and it's good. Dylan Cole.
With nice recognition to find Cole in the corner sitting there. The defense was nowhere near. That cross court pass freed him up for an open shot.
We are tied up. Jordan Anderson, Schumacher to Bruin. Wiskower's breaking through the middle. That pass picked right off.
No, the defense was right there. Bruin must didn't see him standing there. It was an easy pass to pick off.
Whitchurch back over to Zach Kinney, and then he'll hand it off to Tyler Larson. Whitchurch. Cross court. Wanted to get that shot off. Bruin wouldn't let him. Under 7 minutes now. Knotted at 31. It was 21-20 at halftime. Gives you an idea of how slow the pace has been in the second half. But again, not many whistles. Low post pass. Manages to hang on. Can't get the ball to drop. But now on the missed shot, as you see so many times, the foul. Turning.
Well, he should have made that layup, and when he didn't make the layup, he's trying to get the ball back for a rebound, but just weren't able to do that.
It's championship weekend as we celebrate 100 years of Minnesota high school basketball tournaments on 45.
Tria Ortho.
The Dragon out of his lair. On Saturday night, it should be nuts around here. Blake Hoffarber's coming back. Some fan is going to win an opportunity to recreate Blake's game-winning shot. That won that ESPY that gave him a trip to Letterman and the Today Show and who knows where else. Blake will be here, and somebody's got an opportunity on Saturday night. Can we announce who's going to do it? Andrew Roy from Plymouth apparently had his name drawn.
Very nice.
And he's the guy that'll be, I bet he's in the gym all day today trying that from his rear end.
I'm sure he is.
And then a lot of ceremonial jump balls tomorrow with a lot of great names you'll remember. Bruin, who had a nice look, couldn't hit it. 31s, under 6 minutes to go in this game. Dragons with the basketball. Been a 10-year absence from the Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament, but they know how to win it, winning it in 2000, 2002, and then 2003.
Where they are controlling the pace of the game right now, the Dragons are, and the way things are going, this pace favors them.
Ball knocked out of bounds. It's off of Perham.
Dave, do you think you can hit that shot from your backside there?
No, I'm pretty sure I can't.
I think you can do it.
From my rear end?
Yeah,
I took plenty, and that wasn't on purpose. What's the strangest shot you ever made in your career, Richard?
Well, no, I can't think of one right now. You kind of
a foul underneath, and they're not. Let's see, are they going to count the basket or not?
I was such a great jump shooter from the outside after my three-point game was on top of everything. So
he should have jumped from a parachute. He should have had a parachute jump and shot one that way. I'd like to have seen that.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, you could have done it. Foul, no shot. Litchfield with the basketball. And a turnover.
Well, that was actually pretty good defense by Perham. Stealing the ball from the Dragons player, but he fell and traveled. So back to Litchfield.
There's Jordan. Look at that. See, Knight, what a play, but
pretty good defense. Just couldn't hold his balance.
Tied up at 31s. Number 4 seed against the number 1 seed as they seeded all the levels this year. But they only seed 1 through 4. Ooh, hit a baseline shot there, and Zach Whitchurch does not take that. He'll dish it back out.
Too early in the offense.
Knocked loose. Wiskow got a piece of it.
It was good defense by Perham. These last 2 defensive series, Perham has played well.
Well, it's a close game here. Fans watching this one, although probably won't get up for a little while at the pace this one's going at. And a foul on the screen. Wiskow got position, and John Turning didn't see him and ran right into him. There's John Carlson, the successful head coach out of Litchfield, 24 years. And there's another great one, Dave Cressup, 26 years in a state championship last year. Anderson with the basketball now, and they'll give it off to Schumacher. Both offenses run very similar patterns. Just cycling it a little closer. Oh, Schumacher's missed 3 of those. Wanted that one. Cressup, he hit a 3-pointer earlier. There haven't been a whole lot in this ball game. As I mentioned in the Section 6 championships, Litchfield just was draining them. Perham now under 4 minutes. We're all tied up.
Well, Wiskow here is not even looking at the hoop when he gets the ball, so the defense is just playing back in the lane.
Yeah, Zach Kinney you just had Zach Kinney say shoot it.
Yeah.
Timeout on the court. 3:44. Tied. Some of the fans here tonight.
Randy was on that team.
Good looking at that round basket. Look at that.
Wow, he dominated the tournament when he came.
Did he ever? Back in 1979.
Mr. Basketball in 79.
Randy Brewer still around these parts.
Number 21, Wiskow for Perham. He has to look at the basket when he gets the ball. They're backing so far off him, they're not even playing defense on him because he's not looking to score at all. They're just packing that defense in the lane.
Runner on the baseline. Cressup follows his own shot. Heads up. That's a lesson if you're a youngster out there watching. Don't give up on it, man.
Well, that was a nice backdoor cut by Cressup. He just missed the layup.
Down to 3 minutes. Schumacher trying to make the move to the baseline. Probably the right move, but he lost the dribble right in the hands of Dylan Cole.
Well, that was a gift to Cole because Schumacher just gave that one to him.
Litchfield. It'll be no problem for either team holding for a last shot when we get to that territory. In this game, it could be about 2-minute mark. They really are just so deliberate. Both being very cautious, and they both can light it up. That's the interesting part, Richard. In a regular game, they both can score some points, but they look like, this looks like a mirror. Bruin has it, 2:15.
They're not going to rush.
Look at that.
They might be holding for the last shot with 2 minutes on the clock.
You thought I was kidding. Perham with the ball, way out on top, the defending state champs. Bruin now, he's really covered, and a timeout is called by Dave Cressup as we're down to 1:41. 1979, boy, you started thinking about Randy Brewer and seeing him, and that's when they were playing out at the Met Center. And he had 42 points in that opening game. And Randy in 1979, boy, he was making a name for himself. And then they played Howard Lake Waverly in the championship game. And Howard Lake Waverly starts out great in that game. But Randy Brewer had 41 points in that game.
Wow. Right. It couldn't have been too many 7-2 guys running around in Minnesota back in '79.
Randy's the kind of guy, Richard, and perhaps you've done this with your golf background, that you really want on your team in a scramble because those customized clubs are going to give you an extra.
Have you seen how long they are?
I'm only imagining. 31-31. A minute and a half. Perham with the basketball. Wiskow to the hoop. It's blocked.
That was good defense by Rowland on that play.
And I like the call. Nobody expected them to go in there, but they stayed home. Dave Cressup very crafty, but the Litchfield defense just stayed there.
Yes, they did. They stayed at home.
Dragons coming up on 1 minute. Zach Kinney turning. Well, remember last year, Perham in the semifinals. And the guys in the truck are cursing me now, I know, but it was either an overtime or a double overtime. You and I called it.
Yes, we did.
This game moved along at a really nice clip in the first half, and there have not been a lot of falls, and the bonus hasn't even existed in this game. Look at this effort by Wiskow.
But it's a pretty nice drive right here, but Wiskow came across for help defense and blocked that. Very nice job by Wiskow.
Mitch Woline coming in there and make that play. Well, as long as we're celebrating the history here, let's look back a little bit more recent here, Richard.
But look at the two teams that we have playing tonight. Perham 2011 and Litchfield 2002 and 2003. So they're both familiar with being here, and they're both familiar with championships. Who would it be playing for the championship tomorrow night?
Yeah, really good, well-coached squads, obviously. There you see some of the Yellow Jacket fans, and starting to get a little tense here now. They know what it's like to win a state championship, and so do those guys right there, the Litchfield fans. So, Richard, what happens now with 53 seconds?
Well, I think Litchfield's going to hold for a last shot. They're very capable of doing that, the way they move the ball around the horn. And then I think they're going to get something to try. They're going to look for a shot going to the basket, maybe a short baseline jumper or something going to the bucket.
John turning into Zach Kinney. Kinney, the 6'3" junior, just kind of holding it outside now. And he's going to wait for somebody to come out and say hi to him, and that somebody will probably be Mark Schumacher, who stands 6'7", tallest man on the court in this game. Turney, holding, down to 30 seconds. .23, still not much movement. Cole and Turning, doing his best imitation of that Sid Hartman statue sitting out here in the corner. I don't know if we're outside on first or if we're inside. 31-31. We're under 15 seconds now. And everything on the line right here. The state championship game tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and the winner's going to play either Perham or the Plainview Elgin Millville Bulldogs.
So give me your prediction, Dave. You see overtime here, or?
I have no idea. You know, yesterday when we were watching that Hopkins game, you know, we're calling that. And when that tying shot went up for to put it in the third overtime, it was right in front of us.
Yes.
And we saw Wright hit 2 previous really nice shots.
Yes.
That one was off.
It was off.
And you and I both thought it was over, and then he banks it in. So I'm beyond making any attempt to call.
He banked it in.
But these two teams are so disciplined. And so you can tell the coaching is so good. A little idea of what happened today. We had a good one here earlier. In fact, Southwest Minnesota Christian, you see, won by 2. They led in that game for a total of maybe 4 minutes.
Right. Peterson, Rushford Peterson did a great job the entire game and just lost that lead at the end.
31s, everybody up. Everybody up.
This allows us been in the gym all night for this game.
Litchfield with the basketball in the hands of Zach Kinney. Guarded by Wiskow. Down to 7. He's still way out on top at 6, at 5. Wiskow on him with 3. Falls down. The jumper. Game over.
Oh, man.
Buzzer sound.
What an awesome shot.
Litchfield is going to state championship game tomorrow. Look at John Carlson.
But the defender fell down and left it wide open for a nice little 10-foot jump shot.
John, look at Coach Carlson. I don't even see a smile there yet. Let's check your play of the game, brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
Well, this has to be it. It almost looked like he waited a little too long. The defender falls down. 14-foot jump shot wide open. Nice play by the Dragons.
Wow. And Schumacher came up with that 6'7" frame to try to stop that shot. The Litchfield Dragons back in a position they were last in 2003 in a state championship game.
Where the pace of the game favored the Dragons the entire time. You know, they wanted to slow the game down, take some air out of the ball. They did that. They did it well. And they ended up with a last-second shot opportunity, and they came through and knocked it down.
Torrey's probably with the hero down there, Zach Kinney. Torrey, who do you got?
Yeah, I can barely hear you, Dave, but I am with Zach Kinney. You just hit the biggest shot of your life. How are you feeling right now?
The greatest feeling in the world. That's the best feeling you can feel as a high school athlete. Nothing better to feel than this.
What were some of the thoughts going through your mind there? You had a lot of time on the clock.
We were just playing for the last shot, and he called 2 plays, and he asked the teammates which one they thought we should run, and they had the confidence in me to run that play, either to dish it or shoot it, and I was wide open. I took the shot.
You wanted nobody else with the ball down the stretch. You wanted it in your hands. How confident were you?
I was extremely confident because I know that we have a lot of shooters that they can't help off of, so it just helped a lot with the penetrating, and if they did help, that we had a shooter to hit the 3 to win.
Congratulations. Good luck at the championship game.
Thank you very much.
The hero, Zach Kinney, just put his team into the state final with a shot heard around Litchfield.
Zach Kinney, well-spoken youngster. Now, he's our player of the game, brought to you by Warner Stelling Appliance, a Minnesota family-owned business since 1954. What a way to celebrate 100 years of state high school basketball tournaments with a couple of great games here last night. The Hopkins game. Now look at the finish on this one. There's the game winner right there for Zach. Much more with Trent, Leah, and Chris next.